Oh boy. City of God has the incredible pleasure of not only being one of the most visually beautiful films of all time, but also having one of the greatest villains in cinematic history. Lil J, we don't dead name in this household. I would pay good money to see a West End Hamiltonian mega-budget musical adaptation of this film just so that Lil J would have a villain song that I could belt out at karaoke nights with my friends. Okay, back up a little bit. Shoot. Let's take it from the top. City of God follows the story of a young man in the slums of Brazil who eventually finds his path to becoming a journalist, writing about the life experience of the gang culture in his home area. We first see Jay as a criminal when he's about yay high, and in the first half hour of the film he demonstrates his ruthless criminal intellect by spearheading a plan for a robbery. As well as raw, unadulterated sadism when he goes back to the apartment just to shoot two people in the face just because. Though, side note, you could read an interesting parallel between the hero-villain relationship in that, close to his introductory scene, one of the main concepts that's explored is that in order to be a hood, you have to have ideas. So it's sort of paralleling how Lil J had to use his brain to do the bad stuff and the good guy had to use his brain to do the good stuff, and just go watch it! So as Jay grows up, shock horror, he just grows up to be even more violent and dangerous. Every time he enters a room, either someone's gonna die, he's gonna get what he wants, and if he's feeling adventurous, sometimes both. Jay makes friends with another hood guy called Benny, and they get along really well. In fact, Benny gets along with most everyone, even the rival gangs on the other side. Eventually we found out Benny saved up enough money to even buy his own farm. You know, get away from all the gangster thug style life, you know, just chill with the chickens and the rabbits and George Milton and live off the fat of the land. Oh, hello Mr. Slim, how can I help you today? So Benny organises a big old farewell party, and everyone's invited. I'm talking the salseros, the bonitos, the banditos, the burritos, all that good stuff. He invites Jay, and he's there, but oddly enough, Jay feels more like a child in this scene than when we saw him last as a literal child. He's just awkwardly staring and turning around like a deer in the headlights, and that's a pretty big deal. The guy who kills others in cold blood for a living is nervous about fitting in at a party. He then goes up to ask this woman to dance, and basically everything about it felt intensely relatable, not gonna lie. The brief back and forth of asking what the other person said, the moment of dejectedness at the decline, it's almost like it's the first time he's had to non-violently interact with people he doesn't know. So as far as Jay's concerned, he's not very comfortable with things that are unfamiliar to him. So he finds Benny the Jet and starts trying to talk him out of leaving the gang. And that takes us to right here.
Gosto de tu pra caralho, mas não dá mais pra mim não.
Another moment of sadness and possibly nerves. Cut around to the people dancing. Next time we come back to Jay, boom. Complete emotionless focus. The high contrast between the flashing lights and shadows highlights that things are about to get intense, and recurring focus on the woman he asked to dance, dancing with her boyfriend, lets our lizard brains know that once he starts walking, it's probably going to go over to them. Lo and behold, that's exactly what happens. By this point, Jay is back in villain mode, for lack of a better word. But for that brief moment, we saw him out of it. We saw that in large part, the problem of his villainy was, in a way, motivated by embarrassment. Embarrassment and fear of showing what he sees as weakness, be it not fitting in at a party or failing to keep his close friend at his side for as long as he wants to. So, in an attempt to wipe away his moments of vulnerability, he single-handedly ruins the party. forcing a man to strip at gunpoint in front of everyone, then getting confrontational with Betty. In the chaos he's causing, Jay is acting out to try and regain that sense of lost power he experienced earlier. It even seems to be working at a point until a stranger from the crowd emerges, presumably trying to shoot Jay, but instead killing Benny. The shouts of surprise intensify. Everyone runs away until it's just Lil Jay, cradling Benny's corpse in his lap. And just like that, he went from the most embarrassed man in the room to the most powerful, and now, the weakest all over again. Firing his gun in futility, wailing alone in the darkness before silence falls over. And that is one villainous scene. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please follow the social media handles showing up on screen for Birdcage, where you can see trailers, teasers, and other interesting content. I especially like the character profile slides and storyboard images over on Instagram. I've also linked the socials of the Collective, a podcast series run by a couple friends of mine. You can find them over on Anchor and Spotify. Their YouTube also has a couple interesting interviews with authors like Rin Chupeko and Natanya Barron. I'm looking forward to your thoughts, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to stay notified. Peace.